Assalamu alaikum everybody. It has been such a long time since I've made a video. But I kind of wanted to talk about this topic. I attended a halaqah a while back and it was talking about the Prophet ﷺ and how he treated women and children. And I tell you guys, when you listen to these stories, it will just make you fall more in love with the Prophet ﷺ. So there was this story. He was meeting with an Abyssinian man, and the daughter was kind of like playing around and kind of like, being like a 3 or 4 year old. That's how old she was. And her father's telling her to like shoo away, go away. You're like bothering us. This is a serious, important meeting. And the Prophet ﷺ saw that kind of situation, and he tells the man that he's meeting with to please wait. And he tells the little girl, come here. And he tells her that she has a beautiful dress. And mind you, he doesn't speak Abyssinian, which is what the little girl knows. So he's speaking to her in broken Abyssinian language. And he's telling her sana, sana, which means pretty. And he was, laughing with her and joking around with her and just making her feel wanted, because her father was kind of like, telling her to go away because her father felt like she was in the way and bothering the meeting. And then another story is Anas ibn Malik. He used to be in the Prophet's service. He would, help the Prophet ﷺ with things. He kind of like was with the Prophet ﷺ since he was a child, so he's almost like another adopted son, like Zayd. And, one time the Prophet ﷺ told Anas to go get a jug of water. So Anas, he's just a kid. He sees other children playing, and so then he goes to go play with them. He got distracted, so he's been gone for hours. And the Prophet ﷺ, comes outside like looking for Anas because he's been gone for hours, and he finds him playing with the other children. And the Prophet ﷺ doesn't yell at him. He doesn't scold him. He doesn't tell him to come back or to go do what he's told. He's just laughing and joking because he knows that Anas was a child. And Anas even said that in the 10 years of service that he spent with the Prophet ﷺ, the Prophet ﷺ never got angry or was shouting, and he never said uff to Anas. And then another story is talking about a young teenage boy. He comes to the Prophet ﷺ saying that he had spent some time with a girl and did everything except zina. And he's like, this teenage boy is confessing because he wants to know, like, he basically told the Prophet ﷺ, do what you want with me, like, punish me, essentially, like, I did something wrong. And the Prophet ﷺ didn't know how to deal with the situation at the time because, Revelation hadn't been revealed yet. So the Prophet ﷺ walks away. The boy's like running after him, and then the boy just gives up. And then a verse is revealed later that night in Surah Al-Hud. It says, so establish prayer at both ends of the day and in early hours of the night. Surely good deeds erase bad deeds, and this is a reminder for those who are merciful. So, Prophet ﷺ tells Omar to go get the boy, and they tell him this verse. And basically, the moral of the story was that the Prophet ﷺ wasn't judging the boy for what he did with that woman or the girl, and he wasn't looking down on him or telling him what he did was wrong. He got revelation and told the boy that, like, even if you did, basically this verse is saying, even if you did something wrong at night, that you praying and giving in charity is going to erase that bad deed, inshallah. And there's so many different stories. Inshallah, in the link into the description, there's a whole blog post I wrote with this story. Another amazing story that, or another thing that I learned about was that, during this time, Prophet ﷺ basically gave women their rights, and during this time, women were viewed as property. Nobody wanted a girl child. They were giving them away. But after the Prophet ﷺ, the way he treated women and showed that, raising 2 daughters is a gateway to Jannatul Firdaus, how when he saw his own daughter, Fatima, radiallahu anha, that he would kiss both of her cheeks. He would tell her, come sit where I'm sitting. You take my place. He would just be so loving towards her. And, people noticed that. And it was also said that on the day of judgment, these young baby girls that were killed wrongfully, killed just for being born a girl, or because the family wanted a boy and not a girl, they're going to be given a microphone on the day of judgment. And this should scare people, because women have so many, like Noor. Like the Prophet ﷺ said that when a boy is born, he brings like light, but it's just one Noor. Whereas when a girl is born, she brings two, because she can bring life into this world. So she brings two lights with her. And so he was saying that, by giving these girls that were killed unjustly a microphone, they will be granted their justice. They will be granted their voice, because they didn't have a voice at the time when they were killed unjustly. And the last short story I want to share, because this video is going longer than I planned, is his relationship with even his wives, the Prophet ﷺ. He understood that they were sensitive. He understood that they were emotional. He understood that they were jealous. Aisha radiallahu anha, she was a very jealous woman. She was jealous of Khadija, his previous wife, even though she had passed away, but just how fond the Prophet ﷺ was of her and how he spoke of her. She and Safiya, one of his other wives, had a food fight in front of him because they were jealous about whose cooking was better. And the Prophet ﷺ never told them to behave and act like women or act like adults and stop being jealous. No, he would laugh and joke around with them. And Aisha radiallahu anha, she felt so comfortable with the Prophet ﷺ. She would, even when she was angry with him, she would be hiding behind him and like, seeking protection from him, because she was so comfortable with him. She was so comfortable with him to the point that they were, they were going into battle, an army full of men, like probably hundreds of people. I don't know, even maybe even the thousands. They were all stopping because Aisha told the Prophet ﷺ, I lost my necklace that my mother gave me. So he made all these men stop in the heat, and they're all tired. And, he had them look for her necklace. And they almost gave up looking for the necklace. And they finally found it. And they were actually grateful in the end, because of her having them stop look for the necklace. The revelation was revealed, or it was revealed that it was permissible to pray using like sand or something else if water is not available. And that was revealed because she asked him to look for her necklace. So may we all emulate the Prophet ﷺ and his treatment towards others, especially women.